everybody wants to score, but sometimes in a team setting when things are going well, you want to keep playing unselfish, and that was a prime example of it.
I mean, the coach doesn't even have to say anything to Sam. He knew he was too close to him to make that pass.
That's one of those plays you don't want to look over the bench. You don't want to get the look.
Well, sometimes in a situation like that, you make a mistake, you look at the bench, you're coming out. Just don't look at the bench. Get back on D.
Eddie now with 14 points. Almost took another one away. Stevenette driving. And he hits from the baseline. He's got a nice little game now with 18 points.
7 of 10 from the field. He's come to play. 6 rebounds last year. He's only 6'4", led the team in rebounds. Looks like he's going to do it again as a senior.
Karnowski left hand. He went about 11 feet up to get that pass. He's got great hands. Colley's shot is long. Karnowski another rebound. Stockton down the lane. Uses the rim and finishes with the right hand.
What a great job coming off that mid pick and roll. Just freezing the defense, freezing that big just a little bit. Great finish.
There's another turnover. Gary Bell wants to line it up. He'll shoot free throws. Foul called on Damon Heyer. And Heyer picks up his first. That's the team's 7th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 7:47 to play. Gonzaga really putting the gas down now. They lead Southern Utah 82-45. Tonight's play of the game brought to you by Supercuts. Get in, get confident. Visit one of 15 local Supercut salons today. Supercuts, Gonzaga's #1 hair salon. Guy Landry Eddy in the first half. What a jam. We'll be right back. Here's tonight's answer to the Arby's trivia question. How many Zags picked on the preseason All-WCC team? The answer is 4. Gary Bell, Harris, Sam Dower, Pangos. And they haven't seen Karnowski play yet. I mean, and only St. Mary's. St. Mary's had 2. The others had 1 player. I mean, it's a dominating team in the West Coast Conference on paper.
Well, I think you talk about Shemek already. I mean, he's probably going to easily be the favorite for newcomer of the year.
And I know that whole first team WCC is weird because there's like 10 players or something, right?
I've never understood that.
But there can't be a better 5
the only
in the
league in America.
Well, everybody has to get a trophy
these days, 10 guys is 2 teams, so there's a first team.
I mean, do they give a participation trophy too?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm still waiting on my plaque because I played in the league. Come on now.
I mean, that's one of the things I agree. I just don't get. When my son gets old enough, I want him to earn a trophy.
Yeah, right.
You know, he earned a trophy last year in Little League Baseball because he was a good player, not because he was on the team.
Man, they mean something when you earn them. Richard, yours is in the mail, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've moved around a lot.
Triple team on Heyer. Colley cutting through the middle and the lay-in. Guy Landry Eddy 7 rebounds tonight. That's a career high. So his 15 points ties a career high. Sam Dower.
I think that was just a great possession. Patience getting the ball in the post. Sam had patience. We had cutters off it. Another cutter from the weak side. Sam just takes his time, goes and finishes.
Chessman. There's a nice jump hook.
What you can do, I can do better. Right back at him. That's the second time we've seen that from Cheeseman tonight, or Chessman tonight, pardon me.
Guy Landry Eddy, 2 more. He's got 16, a new career high.
He's made a heck of a jump from his junior year to his senior year. You can just tell he's so much more comfortable out there on the floor. And if he plays like this throughout the year, he's going to pay big dividends for this basketball team.
Well, and I don't know going into the year if this season that you thought you'd get much scoring from that 3 spot. But like you said, Dan, he's so much better, not just tonight, but throughout this preseason. He's improved quite a bit, and it's a lot has to do with that confidence, that adjustment to the Division I level.
Dower looking like Kevin McHale down there.
Oh, great footwork. Great footwork, Sam.
And for Southern Utah, just way too easy of a catch. And no physical play at all. I think Chessman's a little tired, and Southern Utah a little dejected now.
Stevenette now with 23 and a chance to make it 24. Drew Barham on the floor for Gonzaga.
You know, Stevenette has
picked up the personal foul.
Stevenette has scored in a number of ways tonight. You know, and the thing I like most about him is he's competed. You know, a lot of players will come into a situation such as the kennel, the bright lights, crowd getting after you, and he's played with no fear at all.
Hey, gentlemen, here's some freshman first games through Gonzaga's history. Kevin Pangos, his first game, scored 11. Gary Bell, 4. Adam Morrison, his first game, scored 10 tonight. Shemek Karnowski has scored 16 in his first game as a freshman.
Well, we don't want to put too much pressure on him, but it shows that he does have quite some potential.
I just like the fact that he can move with the ball, can run the way he does. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of thought process once he catches the ball. You can see there's a lot of instinct in his game.
He's fluid for a big.
Yeah.
You know, he's not mechanical. Rob was trying to fight it and get better as his career went on, but he's just definitely very mechanical in his movements. As you see a bad miss there, offensive rebound, and Mike Hart taking the charge.
Wow, big surprise. It's Mike Hart, right?
Just the norm. But for Karnowski, he's just so fluid. Like you said, he's got great hands, and we haven't seen it yet. But you ask any of the coaches, his passing ability is what has really impressed them. And I think you'll see that more as teams learn who he is, understand how big he is and how skilled he is. We need to start sending some help to him, and I think that's when we'll see some of that passing.
Well, when he starts to get double teamed, you'll start to see him throw out of that.
Yeah. He's a very unselfish player.
Well, the fans certainly haven't slowed down in here tonight. Under 5 to play. They want more. And here's a whistle. This is just the 4th team foul on Gonzaga this half. And they gave it to Dranginis. And the fans going crazy because Rem Bakamus, a freshman out of Longview, Washington, 6 foot 150, walk on, replacing David Stockton. Number 15. Stevenette, one of his few misses tonight. Colley got the long rebound. And Colley will shoot it and connect. Colley now with 9 points.
You gotta go to work.
Shemek, left hand.
I mean, that is just unbelievable patience for a freshman down there.
I just think it's unbelievable, period, for a freshman down there. I mean, all the way around. He caught the ball, he made some dribbles, and then the jump hook with the left hand.
You know, you talk about differences from high school to college and college to the NBA, and there's a learning curve for every jump. He's seemingly speeding up his learning curve each week.
Foul called on Mike Hart as we take a look at Shemek Karnowski. He always earns himself a little space as well. Gonzaga up big. Time now to announce our tonight's player. The game presented by A to Z Rental. No job too big or too small. With 7 convenient locations, we rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player. Tonight's player of the game, Guy Landry. Eddie, career high in points and rebounds with 16.7 rebounds. He was 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 7 from the free throw line.
It was a top 10 play. So
yes,
all the way around, just a good night.
Yes. Julian Scott at the free throw line. That's why I'll always miss Jeremy Pargo here. Even in 40-point games, he was still good for those. Still gets you all fired up and aroused. And it's great.
I'm sorry, fired up and what?
God, it's amazing where your mind goes. Brent Guinness into the corner, but a foul called prior. Richard, I think you knew what I meant.
I did know what you meant.
Yes.
And I can understand it sometimes, you know. It's a good laugh. That's all right.
3:50 to play.
I can only imagine
Thank
had
goodness.
I said that, how you two would react.
Barham will shoot free throws.
I like the mask. Broke his nose in practice.
Kid can't catch a break. He keeps getting popped in the nose. Even right now.
That poor nose. You guys ever had to wear one of those?
No, I broke my nose once.
You were too
Luckily, I
tough
didn't
for
have
one of
to.
those,
Yeah, I wasn't going to deal with one of those.
Foxy, you've had to have broken your nose. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crooked. Thanks for noticing. Ruined my modeling career. I was about to take off until...
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, you got great hands.
Yeah, my hand modeling career might take off then. No, I don't think I could wear the mask. Sometimes you don't have a choice, though. Depends on the type of break. Tough shot for Southern Utah. GU continues to bring it defensively, and Southern Utah's lost a bit of that patience we saw the first 7-8 minutes of this second half. And you can understand a bit why with them being down so much as Karnowski gets another left-handed hook off a good post-entry pass.
Well, when he seals...
Barman passed that ball inside. Well, you can't let him, you can't be on his back.
If he seals you,
work around.
it's over with. He's gonna get to his stuff. So if you're guarding him, you have to do your work early and not let him seal you.
You've got to try to beat him to a spot. And once he gets there, you've got to try to deny the ball. Right now, everything's just guys sitting behind. You see right there, Scott just lets him get the post touch.
Jackson Stevenette now with 26 points for Southern Utah. Karnowski with 20. They lead all scorers. And free throws coming here for Kyle Dranginis. Got clarification on that pronunciation today. It's Dranginis, like the beer.
Well, for now, it might change. Come on now. How many names since we've been here have changed midway through the year? Oh, no, it's actually not that. That's not what you said.
It's not Ravio. It's Ravio.
Well, I just want to hear Shemik's full name, Greg.
Shemek Schwa Karnowski.
I like it.
Yes. Shemek Schwa. Shemek Schwa. Dranginis into the scorebook. It's been 41 games since Southern Utah has given up 96 points, and 48 games since they've given up 100. They didn't give up more than 85 a year ago.
Well, Gonzaga's been awfully efficient, especially in this second half. They've taken care of the ball, but they've shot it much better in this second half.
Polly fouled by Barham.
You know what, for Southern Utah, though, I think you can take away a lot. You obviously know what you have in Stevenette and Scott and Cheeseman are going to be good post players for you, particularly in the Big Sky. Those guys work well together. But you just look at their roster, so many players this year, either first-time Division I players or guys who just didn't play very much last year on a team that was 14-17. It's a huge adjustment. Nearly their entire roster is shifting either in their roles and what's asked of them. And on top of that, you've got a new coach. It's going to take some time. But I think there's been some bright spots tonight for them that they can take away with them, you know, after the game.
Of course, they'll be seeing Eastern Washington a few times this season. Eastern down the road here in Cheney. The Eags are rebuilding. 2 minutes and 10 to play. Gonzaga leading at 96-62. Gonzaga shooting at 71% from the floor this half.
That's a good percentage. You don't even say that. It's a good percentage.
Here's what the Big Sky preseason coaches poll looks like. Southern Utah down there at number 10, but a lot of room for growth in that number.
Hey, if they play as hard as they did tonight and make some shots, you know, they're going to creep up a little bit higher than that 10th in the league right there. You know, they got a young coach who's come in, bringing his system, And there's always a bit